Welcome to your next installment of Ubuntu for Newbies. I wanted to just take this time to do a quick rant. It's really not going to be much of a tutorial for this video. It's basically going to be introducing what I plan on doing for the future for Ubuntu for Newbies. First, I'm not going to... Name's Jason. As you can see here, I'm a cavalry soldier, U.S. Army non-commissioned officer. Was in the aviation and also over here with the armor. Was in the Army for 14 years before getting out due to some medical issues with my family. So got into computers a few years ago, back in 2003. First computer I ever built. I had a computer, I was upgrading the RAM and blew everything up and had to rebuild it from scratch. And ever since then, love computers. Found out about Linux and found out about Ubuntu probably about 3 years ago. So I started messing with it. It was okay. It was good. It was kind of something to play with. But the more I got used to it, the more I started doing it, the more things happened. The more I love Ubuntu. The more, this is my main operating system right now. I use Windows occasionally just to play games and maybe use some Microsoft Office stuff, but for my day-to-day everything, internet, video editing, picture editing, all this other stuff, I use Ubuntu. So I started Ubuntu for Newbies a while back, just trying to test it out, just trying to see what's going on as far as using YouTube and things like that. But I've now decided that, you know what, people really need to know about this, because this is a great operating system and it's really easy to understand. So I did this Ubuntu for newbies. So intermediate to upper level things is probably not going to be covered here. I'm not an expert, but I consider myself to be a pretty intermediate level person with the knowledge and know-how of where to find information if I need it. So what I wanted to do is basically want to talk about in the last couple of weeks with the introduction of Unity. The people are saying Ubuntu is falling. It's falling. The sky is falling. The sky is falling, and that Linux Mint is going to be coming up and becoming the new #1 distribution center for Linux. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. Well, first, everyone needs to know that Linux Mint is an offshoot of Ubuntu. It is part of Ubuntu, and they pulled away and kind of created their own thing. So it's kind of to say one is going to be better than the other is kind of weak in my opinion, because theoretically, this being Ubuntu, if I wanted to make this system look like Linux Mint, then I could, theoretically. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff in the news. People are just saying that Unity is causing all these problems. Unity this, Unity that, Unity. People are looking for something that's not Unity, so they're going to the next best thing, which is Linux Mint. Now, don't get me wrong. Linux Mint is pretty good. I installed it on another computer, did some research, did some playing with it. It's pretty good. Do I think it is good as Ubuntu? No. I really don't. It's not as easy to use as Ubuntu is. Ubuntu, everything's just there. You can find it. It's easy. When you go to the software center and you install software, like I said, you hit the more button and you got all the other additional software to make that program work better or work more. You miss all that in Linux Mint. It's not there, at least in 11. 12 just came out. I haven't really gotten into that one yet because it's Mint. Don't get me wrong, Unity is a problem for Ubuntu. It is. But it's a problem for Ubuntu on desktops. It's great. It's going to be a great addition for Ubuntu for tablets, netbooks, anything with touchscreen capabilities. That's what they're doing. And the reason that I believe, again, this is just my opinion, the reason I believe they're going to Unity as being the default thing is so that the programmers and testers and things like that will concentrate on getting the Unity bar working perfectly. That way, whenever they finally put it into the other touchscreen stuff, it'll be there, it'll be good to go. But that's why you also have the other have ways to get around Unity now. More people are picking out ways to get around it. So like as you see my bar down here and here, this is not Unity, but there is a Unity bar there. It's just hidden. This is called Cairo dock, something like that. And basically, when you install this, it will also install when you go. If you log out, you have the login screen, the little gear icon. If you click on that, it'll tell you, do you want it to log in on Cairo? It's like another desktop, like KDE or you know, GNOME. But anyway, you click on it and you open it up, and Unity's all gone, and you got this dock. And it's a great dock. It has a lot of features to it, a lot of things that you can play with. I mean, it's really fun. But this isn't my original setup. This is just my testing stuff. Now, what I wanted to share with you guys today, besides introducing myself and just kind of talking about a few things, is where I get a lot of my information from and where I do a lot of different things. And this OMG, which you guys know what that means, Ubuntu. This is a website dedicated to Ubuntu and Linux type stuff. I mean, they talk about a lot of different things. VLC is, you know, they just come out with a new update or a new nightly build. I mean, all this, and you can just go down through all this thing. And they just got tutorials after tutorials and different software, things you can do, how you can do it. And it's pretty good. I mean, that's where I get a lot of different things. And this website really is the one that really got me into really wanting to delve into Ubuntu and just kind of test things. Also, in the future, like I said, every Friday I'm going to be doing a video. Every Friday, putting it out. I'm going to talk, probably the first few is going to be about GIMP, and then about a video editor called Kdenlive. It's probably going to be about Audacity, which is audio program where you can capture and edit audio. Great programs, great things. My brother's a minister of a church that I'm also a member at. I do a lot of video editing, audio editing, picture editing, and everything else, and I do it all on my system. Now, also, I want to let you know what my system is. My system is a 6-core AMD processor, 3.2 gigahertz per processor, 8 gigabytes, 64-bit, with a top-of-the-line, high-end ATI graphics card. Now, I built it all myself, did it all myself, and it smokes. And basically, I built it like this so that I would be able to do video, audio, and picture editing for the church itself. Now, I'm not saying this isn't the very best computer in the world, but this thing smokes for me. So, if you have an older computer with only one core and not that much RAM, you're probably not going to have as good of an effect on your stuff as a high-end computer would. Don't get me wrong, Ubuntu does also fit the older stuff too, and you can make it work, but you're probably not going to have all the little picture-y type things like these little bars, how pretty they are and things like that. The second thing is I'll do those types of tutorials on actual software for Ubuntu that you get out of the software center and things like that. The other thing I'm going to talk about is Google. This is my Google page. I have my little thing here, my little player here, my radio station, different news stuff, my OMG that comes out right here, my Ultimate Edition stuff. Hopefully they'll start doing things for that, and then my Gmail, and kind of bring it all together. But you also have your Google Plus, your all the other things. And truthfully, it's an amazing, Google is just amazing. And I hope most people are starting to get into Google because they're doing good. Now, don't get me wrong, they're not perfect. Not as bad as Facebook, but they're not perfect. And there's a few little things to them, but all in all, if you're on the internet, Google's pretty good. Now, I know most people go, what about Firefox? Well, you know what? Firefox to me is too gaudy. It's just got too much stuff going on. One of the things I like about Google Chrome is the fact that when you install add-in and stuff like that, you install it once and it's hidden. It just works. With Firefox, you can install add-ons, and then you got to go to the menu and you got to find everything, and you got to do it. To me, it's a little bit too much for the basic beginner user of a browser. But Google does great things. Like I said, I use Google Chrome in Linux because it works. I can do my video chatting, I can do my conference chatting, I can do a lot of different things. So, and we'll get more into that later. So like I said, every Friday, hopefully by Friday morning, there will be a new video out. If you guys come up with something that you would like for me to show you, or like for me to research and figure out, you know, leave a comment. Let me know. I'm gonna put my email address out somewhere so that people can start emailing me, stuff like that, so that we can really get deep into Ubuntu and really show how it can work. Also, just so y'all see my wallpaper, love this. The software said install Windows 2000 or better, so I installed Linux. Wish I can change that to Ubuntu, but that's okay. Love it. This is Ubuntu for Newbies. Like I said, my name's Jason. Hopefully I can get to know you guys and we can really get things going. So until next time, see y'all next Friday. Like I said, I'll probably do video on probably Caden Live next week, because I did a video for the church and it turned out wonderful. So I'll be able to share that with you guys and show you what all happened and how I made it look pretty good. Y'all take care and God bless.